Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We are here with another 1212 AD historical battle for you today. And today, this is the Battle of Torvoill, fought in 1444 between the League of Les. I don't know how to pronounce that one, but it's basically Albania. Or what becomes Albania, against the Ottoman Empire. 15,000 Albanians bravely took on 40,000 Ottomans and won in history, led by the infamous Skandenberg, which I'm pretty sure I got his name right. He is, a very, very famous general who fought, or Skandenbeg, I should say, Skandenbeg, not Skandenberg, Skandenbeg, and he led the Albanians sort of and gave them a bit of like a national identity. So these guys, like, start from almost nothing, like a tiny little army of like 300 men that I can't remember which battle they were at. The Battle of Nice, I think, or Nis, however you pronounce it. They left that battle and then kind of formed their own Albanian nation as the fight already has begun over here, by the way, against the Ottomans. And they decided to fight for the Albanian nation in what is now Albania against the Ottomans and try and resist Ottoman rule there. They were supported by the Pope and the Venetians. And along the way, and they fought in a lot of battles and won a lot of battles, actually, including this one. So we're going to see whether the Albanians can do the same again. We will see. There is a lot of troops on the battlefield in this one. We have 10,000 Ottomans against about 8,000 Albanians. So it's a little bit different to the numbers that there were at this one. We've kind of narrowed the odds a little bit to give the Albanians a bit of a chance, because numbers do kind of make a big difference in 1212. But we have also kind of beefed out the Ottoman numbers with a lot of trash infantry, like these Azak swords here, which are already going in against spears, and we bulked up the Albanians by giving them some chevrons as well. So, and that also helps with cavalry just charging into medium pike bow hybrid infantry and spears, which is a very unique unit that like Albania and Vlachia and a few other like Eastern Balkan factions have. It's like a pike and bow hybrid, though I don't know how easy it is for the bows to be used. They seem a little bit buggy, as we found out in this battle. But yes, I am looking forward to this one. The way that the Albanians did win this, the holding the line currently here, was with Skanderberg. He divided his army into different divisions, about 3,000 in size, and he had one division sort of kept in reserve, but it doesn't look like there's going to be a reserve in this one. All men are committed. But he did have one division of mainly cavalry go in behind, as you can see over here, and it is set up and it is ready to go in. And we have a fair amount of cav here ready to go. We've got a mix of light shock cav and also medium and heavy cav ready to all go in, and they're going to surround the Ottomans where they can. And that's how they actually killed the Ottoman army. They surrounded it and they basically annihilated it. About 22,000 Ottomans fell to somewhere between 120, as low as 120, and 4,000 Albanians. So a very good variety of numbers there. So yeah, it's a decisive Albanian victory. And actually, they defeated one of the Ottomans' most famous sort of generals at the time, or most important generals at the time, was Ali Pasha. But yes, if you're enjoying the 1212 AD content, I'll stop wittering on about history. I know I do like to try and add a bit of history to these videos. But yes, if you're enjoying 1212 AD, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show support. It does help out the channel a lot as we work towards 9k subs. And they've got the Delhi cab getting in here, and they got into, I think these are some swords, yeah. Even though they're a light shock cab, they all do pretty damn well. And I do love the Delhi sort of like, look at that badass sort of uniform. It's like you've killed a leopard to get that uniform. But yes, it's not looking so great over on this flank here for the Albanians. They're very much outnumbered and out-calved. But on this flank over here, the Ottomans looking actually pretty thin on the ground, and they actually might be able to do some damage. And the Albanians did win in their cav fight over here. I can't even see where the bodies were. They were over here. Yeah, they murdered all this Ottoman cav. And now they're able to actually surround with cavalry and do some damage. They really should just start going in, try and take out these archers, and hammer and anvil where they can. But yeah, they're holding the line for now, and that's what they need to keep doing. We do actually have a Skanderberg unit in this game. They actually did have, it's a really cool thing that 1212 actually added. So we have, yeah, here he is. Roj Skendenberg, or he is in, I guess in his native tongue, which I guess is Albanian. But yeah, there he is. He's doing his bit. So he's trying to hold the line. He has a silver chevron just to try and he's the main general. He's quite a veteran and tactical man. He knew his way around the battlefield. And as you can see here, already a general over here engaged, and he's losing decisively. That is not a good sign. That is not going to go well. Crossbows are trying to support, but they in themselves are going to get charged here by some Ottoman cavalry. That is not a good sign there. You can see where the Ottoman, look at him in anger. He wants to kill some damn rebellious Albanians that just refuse to bend their will to the Sultan. But yes, as you can see here, heavy cav trying to hold the line. Never a good idea really to have cav try and hold the line. But it is necessary right now because all infantry has been broken here. These Albanian knights must do their best. But yeah, they are trying to hold the line where they can. Spears here doing okay as well, and we also have a general here actually engaged, a bodyguard there. But there you go, that is general gone already. That is the right flank's general dead, and that could actually just mean the collapse of the right already for the Albanians, which, to be honest, will be pretty damning. I mean, they've got some pretty good troops here. I mean, most of the infantry for the Albanians is all chevron, so every single unit they lose, a big loss because they're experienced troops. At this point now, I think, yeah, here we go. The cav reinforcements have been mobilized. And as you can see, they are coming in. These are some, like, light cav coming in. They got almost, like, witches' hats onto some of these guys. They are actually so weird looking. I don't think we've ever used Albania in a one of our, like, historical battles, even in, like, a custom battle. So it's cool to see Albania in action, that is for sure. An enemy general is dead, so that is good as one less general. We have to worry about that, I think, is this one here. He's been fighting another general here and some spears. And I think that Skanderberg himself is in combat. So he is doing his very, very best. He's trying to take out some pretty elite cav. I think there's some Scipii cav there, so he's doing a good job. But he's now going to get charged here by some Delhi cav, which even though it's light cav, on the charge will do some pretty good damage. And there you go, slicing and dicing Skanderberg's bodyguard down. We're going to need some support for him soon. But here comes the reinforcements, the much needed cav reinforcements. They are coming in. Will Albania be able to turn this around? They are routing Janissaries with their charges. Excellent stuff there. They need to keep that up. Let's turn around so we get this perspective. And there you go. Cav and infantry have been reunited for the Albanians. They have joined up. If they can quickly, they need to try and just hammer and anvil as much as this is possible. But the right flank here has basically collapsed, and what is the left, the Ottomans, is also almost able to sort of reform up and prepare for another land battle as the Albanians kind of just mop up the right-hand side of the Ottomans. Numbers-wise, about half of the Ottomans are dead, about 5,000, and also about 5,000 Albanians are dead. So that is not really great odds, but for the Albanians. But they do have a lot of cav, and probably cav superiority at this point. It's a good charge there from the cav. As a general, I don't know whether they'll break this unit. They look like they might actually. This gunner did form square, which is a way to protect itself against cav, but it seems to have failed. And they're slicing and dicing that gunner down very nicely. Whether they can deal with this shock, I don't know. That's probably the next unit to take out. Yeah, they're actually doing some pretty good damage here, which is good to see. They need to just keep just killing off these units. Just mop up quickly. And here we go, a bit of a cav fight now taking place over here. Cav is kind of getting overcommitted. These Rumeli Scipii sort of like going in. And they've actually managed to isolate a little light cav here as well. Have the Ottomans, which is overcommitted. That is not good. And there's actually another one here, and a couple that have overcommitted really. There's a medium cav and also another light cav. They're kind of overcommitted. We've got gunners here. They can form square. Are we in the Napoleonic era or something? Because these guys are forming square. I didn't think that was a thing in that era, but it's a thing that they can do apparently in this mod. I don't know if I'm a fan of it. A lot of missiles still left for the Ottomans. We actually did ban the Ottomans in this game, just I guess to try and give them a little bit more of a balance out, a little bit more from using Javis, because Javis are just so strong in Attila, and we're just really giving them bodies, the Ottomans, so they could try and use those.
Our men run from the enemy.
But yeah, it does seem as though the Ottomans have pretty much cleared up this flank of it, and they've killed a decent amount of that cav as well that came in support. Still a lot of Albanian cav alive, but the element of surprise is gone now. The surrounding effect that was attempted and was done in history has kind of failed, because this side just got mopped up so quickly by the Ottomans. So already history has been changed ever so slightly, but will the result? I don't know. Well, we'll see. It looks like the Albanians are retreating towards this forest, and they're going to try and secure up there. And they're just mopping up a few poor Ottoman units that are still alive. Poor guys getting run down in the forest. Run for your lives. Stay out of Albania. That's the message. Yeah, we'll just fast forward while we wait. Because it looks like both sides are, well, Albania's running away and the Ottomans are trying to advance, but they're not exactly advancing too quickly, that's for sure. But yeah, this was a battle that we did do on the on my Discord server. We have got a new Discord server for those of you that were in it. After like what happened to the last one and like got hacked, we did decide to make a new one. So if you want to join that one, feel free to. The links down below in the description, and then you can get involved in some battles, whether that's 12-12 or Total War, or whether you're just a fan of the channel and want to come and chat to some fellow subs or myself, then you're more than welcome to come and join as well. It's all a welcome. We are trying to recreate that awesome community that we had. So yeah, feel free to join that. And yeah, it just seems as though, well, the Ottomans are going to sit back. They have to be the aggressors. They were the aggressors in history, really. So we'll see what they do. But yeah, it does seem as though they're going to send forward like some Scipii cav, and that's really it. Try and, I guess, just weaken these small units. I mean, these medium pike hybrid infantry have been battered. They really have, actually. I guess they've been just, hopefully they've been in combat. They've not been dying to like missiles. I don't know what their missile ability's like, but doesn't look like they've been using much, if any, of the ammo, so I'm not quite sure if the player just knew how to use it or what. It's a shame, because I know you definitely can use it. But yes, no, he's I guess maybe trying to use it now and trying to shoot those guys. We've got a heavy cav here, waiting patiently. That needs to retreat. Yeah, definitely do not stand there and just get shot at freely, because it's already a weakened cav unit. You do not want to just stand here. Run away, cav! Run away! Oh, they're actually going to try and get, I was going to say, go for that heavy bow cav, to get rid of these small little cav units. I mean, they are heavy bow cavalry at the end of the day. They are actually probably pretty good on the charge. Yeah, the cav there, I mean, didn't lose a man, but just taking some damage, some HP damage. Very important. It's just as much as men, really. But anyway, I'm just going to keep fast forwarding because, well, I know what happens. So I know that this is a pretty dead period. The horse archers here just kind of keep harassing the flanks of the Albanians here. They're going to just keep shooting these spears, trying to break them. In fact, have broken them. Wow, that is unfortunate. And all of these polearms here as well, trying to try and stop them. They're trying to stop the cav. I think he was trying to get them to fire, but he couldn't manage it. I don't know. I can't myself remember how you do it. I think you just have to give them an attack order, and they have like the missile ability. I thought anyway, and then after that you just had to like put them in melee, and then they went into their did their phalanx thing. I can't remember. Someone will have to remind me, or maybe they have to go into loose formation, because and they can't fire in like their phalanx formation. That might be the case. So yeah, as you can see here, the medium spears, they are, I guess, trying to chase this general. This general here is getting chased itself, and the cav is, I guess, just trying to keep it away. But here we go. A general, I think, is going to go in now, if I remember correctly. And he goes in with these crossbows. He sees an opportunity to take out these crossbows. I think this was a general that had no army left. His army had actually been wiped out, but he managed to escape with the general. A bit of a coward, really, this Ottoman general, not standing and dying with his men. Instead deciding to run and flee, and he's doing exactly that again. He's clearly a coward. He's not a warrior like these Albanians. Yes, he is getting out of there. He's losing a lot of men. Lost about 20 men on that charge. That was a full-strength general. And he's lost probably most of those from retreating. It is a risky business to do. Certainly not something you do when you have like a small general unit. But I think the idea, I think he's trying to bait out the Albanian cav out of the forest and bring it into the field where the Ottoman range and the remaining cav can do its work. And you can see it's kind of working. Down to 49 out of 70, this unit. I think it was about 53, so it's lost 4 or 5 cav. So it's kind of, yeah, it's done its job really there. At this point now, one of the Albanian players, along with some of my cavalry here, have decided to push left, and we're going to try and get round the side of the Albanian army. See, because they're quite flat. They're quite obviously going to try and hit this tiny little Albanian force that's left in the forest here hard as possible. And we were like, right, if we send our, like, this is probably the best chance we have of victory. Send these guys on a flank, kill a general. I mean, a lot of this infantry is light and just trash stuff. If we get a general, we could rout this quite easily. It is possible. The gunners are probably our only issue, and are what keeping these troops at bay, because they do a lot of morale damage, and that is the real problem for this Albanian force, is the gunners trying to keep them at bay, because there are a lot of wavering troops actually that, like, one volley from the gunners, they're gone. Like these polearm and archer guys, they're probably going to break almost instantly if a gunner just sniffs them. We have got Javis over here. These guys apparently were like had the melee stats of infantry, but also have Javis. They're actually pretty damn good, but they are just light infantry. So they probably will get beaten by most heavy stuff, and also will be dead on a charge from a cavalryman. So yeah, we'll have to see what they can get done. That's for sure. But yeah, it seems like Albania's plan is sort of working, because it's split the Ottoman army in half here. Like this force is now facing off against this Albanian force that's kind of trying to flank, and you can see the Cav is still also flanking here. I was having to do a lot of micro at this point, and I'm okay playing an all Cav army, which is what I played. But I would say I was exceptional. I don't know how many players there's out there that could happily say they are really, really good at playing an all Cav army. You have to have incredible micro. And also, I feel I'm quite a big team player, so I try to help my teammates as well. Like with suggestions. So to be honest, I make it harder on myself. I should really just, when I'm playing all Cav, shut up and just try and micro. But yeah, it certainly seems like right now I'm doing okay. Keeping my Cav pretty safe away from the gunners, which is the big thing. Keeping them away from them. It's just the most important thing at this point. The Cav is what is left that can keep winning it, because the Ottoman Cav is, yeah, I mean, this is one section of Ottoman Cav. It is nothing. Out on a charge is dead. The most healthy stuff is really these Delhi Cav, maybe the light lancers. The generals are still healthy, but whether the Ottoman generals will dare to, or Ottoman commanders will dare to throw in their generals, I don't know. We'll see. There is also some healthy Bolyar lancers here, but they are, I think my cavalry was seeing them as low threat, so they should have been able to beat them. But the general certainly is over here as well. He is a missile, has missile ability as well. He has bows, which is such an annoying thing fighting the Ottomans. Everything can shoot and also go into melee. Very, very annoying. But as you can see here, now the Albanian player is trying to shift back, try and narrow the gap, as we have a bit of a melee fight taking place here, and a general has gone in. I don't know if this general actually had this unit had a commander left. The general might have already been dead. But this one cav charge here, wiping out all that little cavalry units. Very, very important though. Any cav unit is a threat in 12-12, because cav is king. Why Albania still has a chance. But the polearms here, or the pikes, sorry, they're trying to just protect themselves. The swords just need to form shield wall and try and do what they can and pray that the infantry come in soon and the archers hold their fire. Yeah, at this point we see a gap. It's kind of just between these two armies here. Just go for these Azab archers. Just go through these lines here. Go in, because there's no real cav here. There's some horse archers, but that is really it. That's all that's over there really. And we still have cavalry going way in behind here, trying to trying to get in behind one of these armies. But we are getting dangerously close right now. As you can see this to this cav. And this almost is definitely a little too close even for Albania. And there you go. The Ottomans going to charge off. This is where my micro kind of failed me. I wasn't really paying attention. I started moving on the other side. Now, Albania's cav has been caught, but it does look mighty fine in battle. I will admit that. But yeah, here we go. I mean, the Ottomans sent in a third unit. They should really have sent it round the back and encircle this cav, because even though I'm going to lose men, I am able to at least pull out 2 cav units and hold 3 cav units here with 1, and I should be saved. Whether I charge these gunners, it might be an idea, but they might get a volley off, so I ran the other way. Over on this side here, my cav and my allies' cav here did succeed in kind of killing these swords. I didn't actually manage to get the archers, really, unfortunately. And I think that's also a general dead. Skanderberg, I think, is also gone at this point. I don't think he's still alive. I think, actually, he might be here. Oh, no, this is a different general. That's the Ottoman general. I don't know where... I think Skanderberg might be dead or has fallen. So, That is not great. That is also not historically accurate. Skanderberg very much survived this battle.
Enemy units have rallied and
Don't think he
returned
put
to the
himself in
battle.
harm's way at all. Again, the Boliar Lancers seem incredibly quick. I was like, how are these guys so quick? They're heavy cav, but they were catching up with my heavy cav, which had a head start. I'm not quite sure how they managed that. But yeah,
Our men have given up and are
I was
running
kind of
for their
flabbergasted. They must have
lives.
like just better speed. The Ottoman cav, I guess, maybe the Ottomans just have fast-moving cav, even if it's like heavy. But the infantry lines are engaging now, and they are trying to do their utmost to slaughter what is left of these Ottomans. Even if they are losing this one, the Albanians, they must kill as many Turks as possible. I think they just got rear charged though, yeah. His general is still at 24 men, he's still a healthy-ish unit. We have a cav here as well, a Stratatory that really needs to actually get in and try and do some damage to that general, try and just kill him. I don't know if he can, but he needs to try exactly that. They are actually killing this infantry here though. These Kambazan units, pretty bad if they don't get a great charge off. Here we go, Cav going in, and we're going to see generals being committed here. Cav getting the Albanian Cav getting a good charge here. I don't think the Ottoman players are paying attention. We've got a very good charge onto the Ottoman Cav here, and we should rout these pretty quickly. If you get a good charge, if you get a better charge than the enemy, then yeah, you're gonna win the fight. It's always about like that momentum.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
There you go, easy win for the cavalry there. The Albanian Cav doing proud with the general here as well losing, which is great to see. We are seeing polearms and spears though joining this fight, and that will turn that around in their favour. And yeah, at this point, it was over. My Cav, I was just getting caught over here. I was pulling it out of combat where I could, but it was getting chopped down. And I just decided in the end, I just need to charge it and kill what Ottomans I can. And yeah, there's about a minute left, and there's 800 Albanians taking on about 3,000 Ottomans. I don't think we can do it. I don't think we can do Skanderberg proud here today, unfortunately. But I'm happy with the performance. Albania's a tough faction. We have a very small roster because it's quite a late period faction. So it's only tier 3 stuff, and there's not a lot of tier 3 options, unfortunately. I guess because 1212 couldn't find many historical sort of units. But yeah, it's a small faction, that's for sure. But it was a fun faction to play, and we had good fun playing it and trying to do my best. I thought I did okay with my old Cav army, but I probably could have done better. I think my biggest mistake was over there in that corner. Unfortunately as well, we kind of like, the right flank was just a little weak. I think the right shifted some stuff to support the center, like right at the beginning of the fight, and that possibly weakened their own position when they were fighting two armies on their own anyway. They stacked two armies into the Ottomans and just smashed through, and then came down the line until we retreated. But yeah, there you go. That is basically the Battle of Torvoill here today. It's been a fun one. It certainly has been, that's for sure. But the Albanians will have to return in another historical battle and do better. Because I have been reading a little bit about Skanderberg. It's a very interesting sort of campaign and era, that's for sure. And he's an interesting general. But there you go. It looks like this general here is about to rout. He's the final one. Captain of the cavalry. There you go. A valiant defeat for the Albanians there. So we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. So yes, thank you for everyone that took part in this one. It was a glorious scenario. And yes, we'll have a quick look at the end results. Well done to all the Ottomans who won this battle. Riza, Major Sharp, Sol Invictus, and Zach, who were all playing in this one. And well done also to all of my my allies as well. We've got the two Khans, which is, I think this is Holy Banana and Bulk, and then is Winter's Might as well. So well done to all of those guys as well. But we'll have a quick look at the end results. So yeah, my Cav, I mean, my general getting 235 kills. My medium Cav did not do that great. I think they just got sacrificed on that wild flank at the back and just got caught up and killed. The light Cav, 141, 135. My heavies did pretty well. 392, 280 for these two. Very well done. Then we have, I think this was Bulk. He had his army. I don't know. I think that wasn't a Bulk. I think this one was Banana. Yeah, he got kind of wrecked on that right flank there. I mean, his best troops is this one here, Sword, 191 kills. Then we have Winter's Might, who's in the center, I believe. He had all these polearms, which actually did these polearm hybrids, which actually did well. 143, 56, some good kills. 102 with the spears, 204 with the swords, 226 with this one. And then he's got his cav here, 157 kills, 116, some good kills there actually. And then we have Bulk playing as the final Albanian army, 155 kills here with his general, 113, and then 234, 202, and then he's got some polearms here, getting 133, 167, and then his swords, 145, 136, 229 kills. And then we've got the Javis, 219 kills. And then the Cav getting 158 kills. And then we have Riza playing as one of the Ottomans, 269 kills with his general before he fell. His Shock did well, 185 kills. Something that we just didn't have, so they were just able to annihilate us with that, or just do well with it anyway. The rest of his army did not do that great. Not get many kills. 92 kills with the gunners, 83 with the axes there. Major Sharp had the most healthy army left, had most of the remaining forces, but also didn't really have many kills because his troops didn't really get committed. 102 kills with the swords, 119 with these Janissary hybrids, 119 with the axes here, 330 though kills with these horse archers. I imagine they might have gone into melee to get those kills. They did well. Sol Invictus, playing as the 3rd Ottoman Army, 131 kills here with his general, 202 with the Janissary shock infantry. His swords not doing that great. One getting 104 though, and then his cav did pretty well, 137 and 336. And this was all with like the Scipii cav. Then we have Zach, playing as the final Ottoman Army. Also has some decent remaining troops left. His general had a rough time, 39 kills. And his infantry not that great until you get to this one. 181 kills here with his Vlatis DC, and then 193 kills here with the Kambazan, 161 with the other one, 132 kills with the Delhi, and then the Rumeli Temelari getting 277 kills. So some pretty good kills there with his cav as well. But there you go, guys. That is the Battle of Torvoill in 1444. This battle was a glorious one. It was fun to see the Albanians. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.